Welcome to Viral Recap. Today we are going to explain another amazing movie. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more movies.
As a doctor at the local hospital, Charlotte is a young married woman who has a husband and a wonderful son. She seemingly has everything a woman could dream of. Despite this, Charlotte is constantly bored and seems to be missing something in her life. Determined to make her personal life more fun and varied, Charlotte rents an apartment near the hospital. Charlotte takes a bath in a new place and enjoys a soft bed, feeling free and happy. The woman dreams of dating lovers, remembering that she is not only a woman, but also a mother. Charlotte hurries to school to take her son home. The next morning, Charlotte asks her spouse to clean the house. Before leaving for work, the couple spend time together and enjoys. Soon, Charlotte goes to work at the hospital, where she enjoys respect and trust among colleagues. The woman decides to make rounds of patients and carefully examines each patient. Noticing a fat, hairy man, Charlotte feels an incredible desire for him. This man becomes her first lover and a guest of the apartment rented for romantic dates. After the entertainment, Charlotte is in no hurry to leave the bed. Additionally, teaching medicine at the university, she realizes she still feels unsatisfied and returns to the hospital to find a new victim for her dirty games. The stranger, who loves to bite his nails, seems to the doctor a very attractive and unusual man. So Charlotte invites him to her room. The second lover is incapable of anything and cannot do the woman's needs, so he plays with her with his hands. Charlotte enjoys his touches, but it is not enough for her. Continuing to take advantage of her official position, Charlotte's choice turns out to be a horrible and nasty fat man. The woman finds a third lover, whom no woman would look at. Upon meeting the man, Charlotte lies down on the soft carpet and looks forward to having fun. She lets her fat lover do whatever he wishes. Soon after these dates, Charlotte remembers her family and husband. Back home, she spends time with them, pretending to be the perfect spouse. The family takes a walk on the beach, and upon returning home, the couple has good time, claiming that their feelings for each other are still as strong as they were on their wedding day. A few days later, Charlotte brings another lover to the apartment. A nasty and decrepit old man is unable to do anything due to his age, taking a seat in an armchair and placing a pillow in front of her. Despite her lover's age, the date drags on, causing Charlotte to be late for a meeting. The next morning, Charlotte goes to the construction site where Max works as an architect. Her husband is busy talking to his subordinates, so the woman decides to take a little walk around the unfinished house. After examining the corridor and several empty apartments with a beautiful view of the city, she hears a worker. Seeing her second lover in one of the rooms, Charlotte gets scared that she might be exposed and becomes hysterical. The builder tries to calm the screaming woman but is unsuccessful. Charlotte punches the man in the face and calms down, but then hits her lover again and loses consciousness. Sometime later, she comes to her senses in a hospital room and realizes that her husband knows about her cheating. Trying to somehow improve relations with Max, she goes to see a psychologist. The hospital also learns about the incident and demands an expert's opinion. Charlotte is important to get a positive result that will allow her to keep her job. Meeting with the specialist on a daily basis, Charlotte does not make progress because she is afraid to start a conversation and does not talk about the mistakes she made before. Realizing that the woman is inhibited, the psychologist offers to come to the next session with her husband, hoping that this will make her more cooperative and open. A couple days later, Charlotte and Max show up at the psychologist's office, and the presence of her husband really helps. The woman admits that she has the perfect man, who is good to be around and not boring in bed. Despite all this, she is constantly experiencing dissatisfaction, trying to find something new. The psychologist realizes that Charlotte chooses people based not on what kind of people they are. She does not remember their names and faces, and the only thing she pays attention to when choosing a lover is physical deformities and other flaws. Max is outraged by his wife's behavior because she not only met with other men, but also carefully prepared for cheating, especially renting an apartment near the hospital. A short time later, Charlotte is sent to a medical disciplinary tribunal. The judges must decide whether she deserves forgiveness by drawing conclusions from the psychologist's report. The expert confirms that Charlotte has never been able to realize her mistake, which means she can once again use her position as a doctor to have good time with patients. The judges are ready to listen to Charlotte right in the courtroom, but even here she finds no words to apologize or try to justify herself. The judges reach a verdict regarding her behavior and use of office. They have no right to allow Charlotte to repeat her mistake. so they fire her from her job and take away her doctor's license so that she can no longer be in any hospital in the country. Afterward, Charlotte and Max go to a rental apartment where a woman had good time with other men. Despite the betrayal, lies, and cynical behavior, the spouse forgives Charlotte, as his love for her is stronger than resentment. Soon, the woman gives birth to twins. Deciding to start life with a clean slate, the couple goes to India, where Max becomes an architect at a local construction site, and Charlotte tries to be a good housewife and mother. Sometime later, she goes to the market to buy fabric and sew a beautiful dress in her spare time. In the evening, the woman cannot sleep and admires Max, realizing that she could have lost him forever. Only now she begins to realize her mistake and wants to correct herself so that her husband will always be there for her. A week later, the woman goes to the construction site to give her husband his lunch, but learns that the construction workers and Max have gone to another site. Despite this, Charlotte asks to be let in to walk around the empty building for a bit. Once on the roof, she admires the beautiful scenery and lies down on the bare concrete base, feeling the pleasure of touching the rough surface. A few hours later, Max returns home and notices that Charlotte is not home. The husband learns that his spouse has been consistently absent, leaving for the city every morning. In the evening, the couple have good time together, but at some point, Max begins to allow bad thoughts. He assumes that his wife has started cheating again and goes to another room, locking the door behind him. Charlotte asks to open it to talk, but he ignores her. The next morning, the woman leaves home again and seeks peace on the roof of an unfinished house. Max becomes increasingly suspicious of his wife and decides to follow her to catch her cheating, noticing that Charlotte has gone to the construction site. Her husband follows her. Climbing to the roof of the building, he finds Charlotte hiding in a corner and realizes that she is faithful to him. At night, Max cannot sleep and cries, feeling guilty because of his mistrust and inability not to doubt the woman he loves. The family spends weekends at home, but separately, as Max plays with friends, and Charlotte learns to play the piano. In the evening, the husband admits that it is difficult for him to trust his wife as they have become strangers. Charlotte reassures Max, saying that she will always be there for him and will not make the same mistakes again. A few days later, the couple goes on a joint excursion. Charlotte rests her head on her husband's shoulder and he embraces her, hoping that another chance will help them regain their trust because they still love each other.
Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more movies.